Prop clear. GI pump off. We still have engine. This comes back. Okay. Avionics. I can turn on the avionics, yes. Right?
Check. Check. Can you hear me? I got you loud and clear.
Do I need to do something else?
Yeah, just press the enter button there. Basically, as it boots up here, it makes you do that, and then click proceed over there, and then confirm. It's all legal stuff.
Right. Do I need to do something with the fuel management?
Yeah, we don't. We can ignore the fuel management. Okay. But if we press the map button,
then we are back to
that'll put it there.
normal.
It's still loading. That's why it looks funny right now.
Then I can do this to 1, 2, 1. Actually, 1 to 1. I can do this 1 to 1 to 1.6. Then we can change it.
So to do that, if you press over here to switch,
Yes, you are right.
Or press
enter, and then yes, and that's already on tower. Okay, so we are good. This is Johnstown. Then I think this sound. Yes. Perfect. Okay, and then I will disturbing you here at
nope,
all?
not at all.
Okay, then let's listen to them.
2154 Zulu observation. Wind 200 at 05. Visibility 10. Few clouds 5,500. Few clouds 6,500.
I got it, that's Yankee.
Scattered. 14.06. Altimeter 2994. Runway 33 and use expect visual approach.
Oh.
Hazardous weather information for Pennsylvania available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact you have information Zulu.
Okay.
Johnstown Tower information
Changed
Zulu.
it.
2154 Zulu observation. Wind 200 at 05. Visibility 10. Few clouds 5,500.
So to turn that off, one of the mics has to be on. Just press COM 1, mic.
Johnstown Tower information
Yeah, press it
Zulu.
again, it's just stuck. It's just, they're just sticky buttons. So it won't let you turn on just COM 2 here, but it won't let you turn off COM 2, like it lets you switch to different one.
Wow. No question.
Did you do it already in 2994? How you changing the button to...
For the heading bug?
Yeah.
So unlike a G1000 where you push it in and it comes in front of you, you have to turn this one. So to change the heading, you can do one of two things. Either just start turning the knob. You don't have to push it, you can just turn the knob and it'll move the heading bug.
Oh, I see
that
now.
heading bug
Yes.
moving down there.
Sorry for that, yes.
Yeah, trust me, it's annoying. I've many times hit it because I wanted to like come to the front.
Yeah.
So you can either do that or you can push this and select heading and then change it. But honestly, for me, it's just easy to just turn it right there and not have to select heading.
Yes, okay, so we have the runway 33 which is gonna be there.
Exactly.
Okay, so we are good. This is good, okay. We are good. This is good too. So I can tell them that we are really like that. And then going to the practice areas?
Why don't we go to Altoona, the airport? We'll treat it like, I mean, it's not a cross country, but we'll treat it like a cross country.
Okay.
We can talk about navigation and
then
stuff like that.
KAOO.
You got it.
That's KAOO. Then let me plug it in here, right? So go direct for now,
yeah,
right?
that sounds good to me.
So direct, and then...
So okay, this is just the quirkiness of Avidyne. So when you click direct, it brings up Johnstown. So this cursor here, push that button in there, and it'll ask you, do you want a waypoint? And we do, so press enter. And now you can type, turn this knob, you can get a K. If you turn it once, it'll bring up a K.
Yeah.
And then you can just choose A. And it should, when you go to A, it should find Altoona.
Yeah.
It'll usually find the nearest airport and then press enter. You got it. And then to go there, all we have to do is tap it, direct, enter, enter. So now we can see it's taking us to Altoona. We've got the magenta line over there, the magenta line here.
So after I put in the KAO, what did you do?
All I did was I tapped this, and went direct,
I
enter,
see.
enter.
Center. Oh, okay.
And so you have other options when you use the flight plan in here, like you can come into
Yeah.
flight plan. If I tap this, it'll make it a whole page. So like if I wanted to add something else in, so right now, you can see I can change what's highlighted, about to get
Yeah.
highlighted. If I want to add something after it, I'm going to take this cursor and bring it down below, like that, the line there. So if I bring it back once, it's up there. Bring it down below, and then I press this waypoint, and then I can put something else in.
Awesome.
And if I don't want it, I just hit clear. So, yeah, there we go. And then to make that smaller,
Yes.
this way you can still see the map, East Altoona. And since we're going east, what kind of an altitude?
Let's have it.
Yeah, I would say it's a fairly short flight, but let's go ahead and go to, tell them 5,500. Sometimes if it's shorter, I don't go that high, but that's a proper altitude to go to.
It's 1,500.
Okay, perfect. And then traffic
1,500.
patterns.
So the traffic pattern altitude is 2,500.
Yes, sir.
And then also the taxiway is there. And that's not powered, right?
Correct.
So probably. Oh yeah. So I need their radio too.
Yeah, so their radio, their CTAF is 1.3.6.
123.6 is the step, and then the weather.
Yeah, we're,
But for now we can just tell them that we are ready, right?
yep, you got it.
Just on tower, Archer, 690 Juliet, Pumpkin 33 at Bravo, ready for departure.
Archer 6980 Juliet, tower, runway 33, wind 280 at 11, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 33, Archer 6980 Juliet. we just spotted.
Yeah, it is working. He's bringing back. Okay. Over one way and not the other.
Well, I'm so stupid because it's VFR, so I can actually look outside too. I'm just calculating on
Trust me, I understand.
Instruments. When are we going to leave? Or we don't need to report it because we are on.
Yeah, we don't have to report since we're on flight following.
Why is it not doing the?
Oh, for
No, I mean the.
Yeah.
the
yeah. Oh. Yeah, I just hit map to bring it to full screen, and now there we go.
Oh, thank you. But we are leaving the boundaries, but we don't need to say it because.
Exactly, because we're on flight following. We're not actually talking to tower.
This one automatically came up because when we did the direct, then the GPS connected to that one, right?
Yes. Very good job leveling off.
Good teacher.
Alright, so as we're moving along here, we want to get the weather, which is at 127 frequency. So down here on COM, you use this knob to set the weather frequency in there.
What was that? 125, 127, 125?
Yes, there you go, 127.125.
0.15, right, this one, right? And then switch it to the...
So hit the top COM 2 button.
This one, right? The
yeah,
top?
yeah, if you hit that top one, that'll let you listen to it.
But I can't hear anything.
Oh, it's on 127.15.
Not the 125.
Yeah, there we go, 127.12. There you go.
Down approach, good hit 696, 10,000, 9,000, direct altitude with the weather and altitude.
Extension 696, Johnstown approach, Johnstown altimeter 29905. Expect to see, are you just looking for the visual and altitude?
I just didn't hear the wind because they were talking.
Yeah, no worries.
That's not bad. 15 at 08.
So 15008, there's, I heard that the other traffic on frequency here is going out 2 and they're going for runway 21. So I think maybe we should do 21 also since there's other traffic going there. So let's see, the airport elevation is 1500. traffic pattern 2500.
Yes.
So we're at 55, we need to
Yeah,
descend
decent, yeah.
3,000 feet. About 500 feet a minute, that's about 6 minutes. I'd say we can probably begin about now.
Exit 696, the Altoona Airport, such 12 o'clock, 15 miles, report the airport site.
We'll let you know when we get to exit jet 696. About approach pitch at 696. Can we get direct route though, and then fly the approach from there?
How do you know how far we are?
So over here, this is our distance.
Yeah, 696, perfect. You clear for that fix. I can clear you for
And also,
visual
if I
though.
put this in full page,
If you end up wanting to do the RNF, I'll take you out,
10.5
outside of
there,
Bronco.
but yeah, that's the
Yeah.
place.
Roger that, sir. We'll call the visual once we see it, but if we can get direct that for now, we'll take it.
Yep, exit 696, that's the first direct to Rob O.
Through outpost, jet 696, thanks.
Hey, Sierra Juliet, the Altoona Airport is 12 o'clock and 10 miles.
And go ahead and tell them, I do have it in sight out here.
Okay.
So go ahead and tell me I have it in sight.
Johnstown departure, Archer 6980, Juliet descending to 2,500 from 4,200, airport in sight.
Hey, Sierra Juliet, Roger. Is this going to be full stop or are you just going to come back to radar?
We're going to be going in and doing a couple laps in the pattern and hear that exec jet coming in too, so we'll be looking for them. Sierra Juliet.
Hey, Sierra Juliet, Roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk maintained VFR frequency change is approved in the citation traffic. Exec jet 696 is about 7 miles east of the airport. He's going to set up for about a 6 or 7 mile final.
Roger, sounds good. We'll be expecting him, and I imagine he'll get in there before us, but we'll be looking in Sierra Juliet. And we'll squawk VFR.
And approach gets at 696. We have the field in sight. We couldn't cancel IFR at this time.
696, Roger. IFR cancellation received, and there's Cherokee traffic that's about 8 miles west of the airport. I'd imagine he's probably going to set up either for a right downwind or overfly the field for a left downwind at 2-1.
Roger that, and I want to squawk VFR to jet 696.
696, Roger. Change advisory
Let's
frequency.
maintain above 3,000 until we cross this mountain up ahead.
Okay, jet 696.
I just like to do at least 10, 3,000 feet. Just always makes me feel good on the mountain. And so let's go over to their advisory frequency, 123.6.
Delta 80 would be about 14,000, Cumberland, 3,000, and I'll see the traffic.
Altoona traffic, Archer 6980, Juliet, 5 miles to the west, approaching for a touch and go runway 21, Altoona.
Let's bring the plane a little to the right, just center that up a little bit. I was saying just bring it a little bit to the right, just bring the needle in a little closer.
Do you see the airport yet?
Yes, it is dead ahead. There is a light, their beacon just started a couple seconds ago. So it's dead ahead, there's 2 intersecting runways. So right in front of us is runway 12. 21 is oriented, so there's 21, so when we're on it, we'd be going that way. So we're kind of going to come right across 21 if we cross midfield and enter a left downwind.
Ah, okay.
And I see that exec jet traffic out there.
I don't see the airport.
So it's dead ahead, it's a little bit hazy out there.
Traffic citation latitude exit jet 696, lining up for final runway 21. I'll see the traffic, we're about 5 miles off.
Altoona traffic, Archer 6980, Julia, we're 4 miles west. We're going to overfly midfield. We look for that traffic on the final there. Altoona traffic. Keep it extra fun that we got traffic coming into, especially a citation.
So 2,500, we are 2,500, so I should keep level up here, right?
Exactly.
And we are overflying the field, which I still don't see.
So right ahead here, it'll become more clear here as we get just a little closer. So there's a runway directly in front of us that intersects it. So you
I see it.
You see the little beacon?
Yes,
the
I
runway's
see.
to the left of the
Okay,
beacon.
thank you.
But yeah, we'll just go across midfield.
I was looking to the field.
Closer, yeah.
Closer. Yeah, I see.
Citation latitude 3 mile final, runway 21, altitude traffic.
It's coming from that direction,
Yeah,
right?
okay, I just got him insane. I think that's just land of another light, but
Is he going to land or?
yeah, he's gonna land runway 21.
I see everything. Altuna traffic Piper Archer 69E0 Juliet at 2,500, approaching the field Altuna. I see. Altuna traffic, incoming jet landing inside Archer 69E0 Juliet. We are at 2,500, crossing runway 21. Aircraft landing inside Altuna.
Alright, so as we're crossing midfield, one of the biggest things we want to be doing is scanning the left downwind over here, particularly back in this area, making sure that we don't have any other traffic trying to converge on it.
Sure. Pump landing lights.
Alright, still on the runway.
Altuna traffic, Archer 69E0 Juliet turning left downwind to runway 15, Altuna.
Traffic, citation latitude exit jet 696, clear runway 21, altitude traffic.
Altuna traffic, Archer 69E0 Juliet, left base runway 21, Altuna.
Probably a little low, and we low down to like 75 knots, 70, 75 for the approach. I always bracket myself based on how far out I am, but generally speaking, when I turn final, I like to be at least about 500 feet. Right now, we're like 400. Good news is this is a great area for training. So flat.
Altuna traffic Archer, short final, runway 21, Altuna. Which way the wind is coming from?
It said 150, which should be from now. So now we got 4 red out there.
Hello.
So all the way down to the ground, we'll be crabbing it in. And as we get over the runway, we're going to use whatever left aileron is necessary to hold center line, and right rudder to point the nose down. And hold it off. And we use that left aileron and right rudder just to straighten it out there. So you see we're kind of landing with that right aileron into the wind.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go, you can put the flaps out, go full power, we can take off, do a lap of the pattern here.
You are amazing.
Not that amazing. That's a pretty intense crosswind, so I think what we'll do here is we'll set up for a landing on maybe runway 12, just because that crosswind is pretty intense.
Either way, you were amazing.
Have you tell my wife.
I will.
She forgets.
I know, that landing was amazing. Thank you for helping me out.
So when we get to 2,200 feet, we can turn a crosswind. Normally we'd be about 700 feet above the ground.
Yes, sir.
We'll go crosswind from 2, we'll go like a downwind for 2-1, and then I'll have you split off, and we'll actually enter a downwind for 1-2 on the other side.
Alternate traffic, Archer 690 Juliet, turning left crosswind runway 21, alternate. You are the man, you are the man.
You're the man, Jabba.
So 2005 I can level off, right?
Yes, sir.
Alternate traffic, Archer 690 Juliet, turning left downwind runway 21, alternate. And we are landing on that. No, we are going to land this way.
I think, yeah, we'll go across. We'll continue down here.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have you turn left onto a left downwind for 1-2, which will be facing that direction. That way we'll only have like 30 degrees of crosswind instead of 80.
Right. Alternate traffic, Archer 690 Juliet, turning left downwind runway 12, alternate. Alternate traffic, Archer 690 Juliet, turning left base runway 12.
2,000 feet is 500 feet above the ground. So what I would do is I'd probably hold, stay up a little higher here until you get on final, because otherwise we're going to be pretty low over, because we still got a little ways to come up here until we turn final. And if we get too much lower, then it can get a little, you know, you've got buildings and stuff here on the approach. That's my general rule, is I usually use 500 feet when I turn final. Now granted, if I'm really close, like if I was in like half distance, then maybe I come a little under, you know.
You're right, thanks.
But about now you can see if we pull that power a little bit, we'll get in there to 2 white and 2 red.
You are genius. Alternate traffic, Archer 69 is Juliet, short final to runway 12. Alternate.
Not a bad short field right there. Alright, go 0 flaps, full power. A little bit of rate run on that rotation. There you go. Very nice. I liked it. And that's a shorter runway, obviously, you can tell.
Yes,
so it's nice to land a little earlier on it.
Yep. Alternate traffic, Archer 69 is Juliet turning left crosswind, runway 12, alternate.
Alright, so as we come around this time, I want to focus on our airspeed and our altitude.
Okay.
And so we kind of setting this altitude restriction. We want to keep about 500 feet above the ground, so 2,000 feet until we turn final.
Yes, sir.
And as far as airspeed, so when we turn base, I'd like to slow it down to about 75 knots.
Yes, sir.
And when we turn final, I'd like to slow it to about 70 knots. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes. Alternate traffic, Archer 6980 Juliet, left downwind, runway 12, alternate. I'm climbing.
About 15 or 16 of the RPMs. So turn a little bit to the left. Yeah, actually you can turn a left base now if you want.
Alternate traffic, Archer 6980 Juliet turning left base, runway 12.
Alright, so So pitch back as you're turning here. Pitch back for about 75 knots. Just going to pull back and watch our airspeed. That's going to help our altitude. It's going to allow us to maintain a little bit of altitude as we come around here. And the wind is blowing us that way, so keep the turn coming a little bit more. We're going to try to counteract some of the wind and pitch back for 75 there. That'll help us to hold 2,000 feet. On the trim there, I like that.
Outbound traffic, Archer 69 is Juliet turning. Short final, left final, 1-2, alternate.
Alright, looking good. Second notch of flaps, and then pitch back for maybe 75 knots, maybe 70. A little bit of power because we're a little low. You see there on the that PAPI lights?
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. Alright, go ahead and go full power. Really nicely done there, I like that a lot. A little bit of right rudder there on that climb out.
I forget the flaps. I was so excited about the airspeed that I forgot my flaps. Plus my brain needs to readjust because I am used to the Johnstown numbers. You know?
Oh yeah.
Which is not good because
Well,
you need to adapt.
cross-country flying will help that.
Yeah.
That'll help get your mind out of it.
Yes.
That was very nice. I really like that. I can see the intuitive control. I can see you flaring as we came there. That felt great. Alright, so this time, when we get to 2200, I'm going to have you turn to the right. We're going to go to 240 degrees. And just continue to climb up to 4,500.
Just climb up?
Yeah, you'll just continue climbing.
Okay, that's it.
And so if you turn right to 240 degrees, and then just make a radio call that we are departing the pattern to the west.
Okay. Alternate traffic, Piper Roger 6980 Juliet, departing alternate traffic to the west. Alternate. 240.
It's perfect.
Do we need the nav lights or anything?
Yeah, we might as well go ahead and turn them on.
How beautiful is that?
That is perfect. And when we get up to 4,500, let's switch fuel tanks.
Yes, sir. Oh, we are only 3,500.
Yeah, right now we're only 3,000.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were already
No, you're
on
good.
target. Height never change. Always up, down.
We are getting a GFC 750 on one of the aircraft.
Oh, okay.
Which is that autopilot with flight level change.
Nice.
I think so. Our newer plane, 8216 Sierra, is actually going down here at the end of the month. It's going to be down for a month. It's getting G5s, a new Garmin, the GFC 730, that really nice autopilot, and
Which one is that?
It's the new plane. Well, it's new to the Knowles. It's the 8216 Sierra. Right now, it's a strictly VFR plane.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
And we're also buying. We have another Warrior that's coming online.
Really?
But it's just a,
Practice.
430. Pretty basic.
Shall I plug in Jonestown or not yet?
Not yet. I'll have to plug that in a minute.
Oh, okay.
I wish we didn't have somebody after us on the schedule. I apologize. But I think I had us at 580 and it was free after us. I thought, well, we can go a little later.
Yeah,
Then when 580 had an emergency, this man
Oh, I see.
like a
Yeah.
prompt this morning. Let's go to 290 degrees.
That's a left turn. 290. Oh, 290.
290 over this way.
Not 209. Yeah, thank you. 90.
Alright, so we're just going to do a little bit of slow flight.
Okay.
So we can use 4,600 feet here. And for slow flight, we have the maneuvers checklist, a mixture, full ridge, fuel pump, landing lights on.
Yes.
And the area is clear here. I've been clearing as we've turned. And we're going to go ahead and pull the power back to about 15. When we do that, as the plane starts to slow down in order to maintain 4,600 feet, we don't necessarily want to climb, but we don't want to let it descend either. So we'll expect the trade-off for a little bit of back pressure. And since we're at 47, we'll just use 47 as our altitude. So
What is the speed? 65 or?
55 to 60 is the range we're going to use.
Oh, really?
So as it's slowing down, let's reach down and put in the flaps. We can go one notch at a time, but we can go all the way up to 3 notches of flaps. And just watch our heading bug there. We're going to bring that back a little to the left. And hold 4,700, so a little bit of back pressure. 55 to 60 knots, nicely done. There we go. About 2,000, 2,100 RPM. Usually the magic number to hold us there, and then you can adjust from there as needed. Nicely done. 4,700 feet. Yeah, see what I'm going to do? I'm just going to increase the brightness on these a little bit.
Oh, thank you. How did you do that?
To do that, just press the power button,
okay.
and then you can up and down however you want it.
I was afraid because
nothing.
I thought I'm going to turn off everything, you know?
No, so the good news on these is if you have to hold it in. You have to hold it in. So
It takes some time.
if I hold this in, it'll say power
Oh.
off. It says unless you click something.
Yes.
So it'll give you a 3-second countdown then and say if you don't want it to shut off, click a button.
Right.
All right, let's do a left turn. Let's go to a heading of 200 degrees. So as we do it, we're just maintaining nice shallow banks, pitching for airspeed, power for altitude. So we're just simulating being in the pattern where we're operating at lower controllable airspeed. Really, honestly, we don't usually operate in this low of an airspeed in the pattern anyways, until we're short final, or very, very short final. Down to 4,600. So if we want to descend, we're going to power for altitude to pull the power back, and we're just going to continue pitching for airspeed. So it's like each hand is controlling it different, but yet we're kind of like mentally, we're bringing it all together to make sure that they're working together for the same common goal.
And that 4,600 we are already there.
We'll be there pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a slower. You can see over here, like it's a little bit of a. These are off, so I'm gonna make the match a little bit more there, just for the sake of the maneuver. So in slow flight, it's all about slow, controllable changes, just like all of aviation. To be honest. And as we hold 4,700.
600?
4,600, yeah. 4,600. We're going to maintain 55 to 60 knots. So right now, pitch back just a little bit. Give up some of that airspeed. There we go. Let me increase your power just a touch. Get up to about 2,000 RPM. That ought to do it. Looking nice. Airspeed's right in line with where it should be. Our altitude's hanging in there real good. Let's go ahead and do a turn to the right. Let's go to 270 degrees. A little power to keep it. You were already on it.
Yeah. Because of the turn eats up a little bit of the drift vector.
Exactly. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to recover from slow flight. So all we need to do from that, we're not going to go into a stall right now. All we need to do is increase power, allow the nose to come down, and as it builds speed, you just slowly retract flaps. Beautifully done. And we'll just go back to cruise at 4,500. Then what I'd like to do is I'd like to use the VOR and track the VOR to John. So 113.0 is the Johnstown VOR frequency, but you can see it's down here on the bottom. Yep, exactly, perfect. That put it in the active. You can see it's identified, it says ID there. So now to switch to VLOC in here, because right now GPS is feeding. So up here, this knob, if you turn that knob to the right, and when there's actually light in here, you'll see it says, there's actually writing on here, it doesn't light up, but there's writing that says for VLOC turn. So we have a needle there. In this case, you're going to push this cursor in. Just push it in once. Like go once. And then turn that over to where it says course. So 2 clicks to the right, and then push in again. Now it's going to give you the ability to turn that course needle. So what I want you to do is turn that to center it up with a 2 indication. and we're just finding where the course is to get to Johnstown. Then go ahead and intercept that and track us towards Johnstown.
That's a 2 indication there.
Exactly, yeah, that's the 2 indication. So the arrow at the top is just pointing wherever you point the course, and that flag, if it's pointing in the same direction, it's 2. If it's pointing away from it, then that'd be from.
Oh, I wanted to do the heading bug, but it's not working
Oh,
out.
so if you want to do the heading bug, push that cursor in again. That'll leave course, and now you can do the heading bug.
Ah. But now if I want to do the course,
You just I can select it again. Exactly. We'll just maintain 4,500 feet.
I should change the weather.
If we can do that. Actually, let's grab the weather in Johnstown. It's up at the top there, the one right to the right of that. So that's COM 1 that's lit up there. Right to the right of that here is COM 2. So if you find that top green, go one to the right, push that.
Advise on initial
There you go.
contact. You have
And just hold
information
4,500 feet.
Johnstown Tower information Alpha. 2254 Zulu observation. Wind 260 at 09er. Visibility 10. Few clouds 4,800. Few clouds 5,500. Temperature 14. Dew point 04. Altimeter 299er5. Runway 33 and use expect visual approach. Hazardous weather information for Pennsylvania available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. You have information Alpha. Johnstown Tower information Alpha. 2254 Zulu observation. 260 at 09er. Visibility 10.
No idea how to turn it on.
Oh, to turn off. So the same, oh yeah, so to turn it off, I'm just over that same cursor button there, just push it again.
Altimeter 299.
There you go. I like to stay 4,500 just because about 3,500, there's some windmills up here. 4,500 keeps us a good 1,000 feet above them. And so as we're coming back here, we have a DME here from the Johnstown VOR, about 11.8. And I think this time is off by an hour. I actually left my phone on the ground. I went and checked it and I put it back on the charger. But I think we have to be back here on the hour here for the next flight. Does that sound right?
10 to 8, yes. So,
yeah, okay, that should be it.
so I should
Put in tower.
Yep.
12575.
12575. That's good. Beautiful. And that's gonna be the ground if you need it. Yeah.
So we are, we're 10.8 miles. We can see we're tracking towards the northwest, so that means we're to the southeast.
Southeast. Okay, so I talked to them. Okay. Johnstown Tower, Archer 6980 Juliet, 10 miles to the southeast at 4,500, inbound for landing, full stop.
Archer 6980 Juliet, Johnstown Tower, make a straight-in approach to runway 33 and report 4-mile final.
Straight in to runway 33 and we'll report 4 miles final. Archer 6980 Juliet.
Alright, beautiful. So right now, we can see we have a course up there.
Yep.
We're tracking in. So we can start to scan and look for that beacon or the airport, anything you see that help us identify it. And if we use our information here, we can see that it's ahead of us and slightly to the right because
Yes.
the needle's deflected.
Yes.
Let me know if you have it in sight.
You mean the runway?
The runway or the airport beacon, either one.
Yeah.
We're still not.
I see the beacon.
Okay, yes, yep.
Yes.
All right, great. So then we know the beacon's on the tower.
Yes. So that's fuel tank is on the right one, full mixture full, and then we are on. So we are set up for landing.
Beautiful.
All right, and then we are. Where is my distance?
So right
8.3,
here,
yeah.
8.3.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
can start.
when you're using a VOR, it doesn't show up over there.
Thank
When we
you.
use the GPS,
Yes.
it's over here. Let's zoom out a little. I'm just beginning to see the approach light blinking.
Going to start descending to 3,000.
Good
I
deal,
mean,
yeah.
it doesn't matter because, yeah, straight in approach, but I am going to start
Nah,
descending.
you're fine. We have the windmills. We're just going to be passing over those.
Oh, yes. I would love to know 10. Of what you know.
You already know more
I
than that.
doubt that.
I promise you.
The runway 3 should be in that time.
Yeah, so since we're coming in like this, we know it's going to be offset
Yeah.
a little bit. So what I would do is when we get maybe 5.5, even 6 miles out, you could cut a little to the left. 'Cause
So
that'll
we
help
have
to
a-
offset us for the runway.
Okay.
And then the one thing about these runway lights here is you don't see them until you're like right on the approach. In fact, I'm just beginning to see the approach lighting blinking. And the further we come over this way, I think it's going to be...
Keeping an eye on the distance, and I'm going to go in a second. I see it. Yes.
You kind of see the blinkers
Yeah,
there?
yeah. So actually I need to come out a little bit and then turn onto the...
Exactly.
If I go this way, I am intercepted in the run. Alright, Johnstown Tower, Archer 6980 Juliet, 4 miles to runway 33, lining up.
Archer 6980 Juliet, runway 33, wind is 320 at 11, clear to land.
Runway 33, clear to land. Archer 6980 Juliet.
Alright, so we have 4 red out there, so what I would do is pitch back to try to regain a little bit of altitude, and that'll also allow us to slow down. So as we pitch back, we'll slow to about 70, 75 knots, something like that. There we go. There we got one of the whites back. On the pappy there, we got one white. Beautiful. Let's say we got 2 white, 2 red now, so we're on the visual. Now what I would do is maybe give a little bit of power because we're down to just 1 white light. And this gets so bright at night. I'm gonna leave it on that screen if you're okay with that. It's because it gets blinding.
Yes, of course.
Very nice. turn on those extra landing lights out there.
Oh, nice.
When we get close to the runway, they'll help illuminate it a little bit, a little extra. Reds pitch back a little bit. There you go. Airspeed's looking good. Keeping it nice and stabilized, bringing it in here. This looks very nice.
Johnstown Tower, Warrior 3037 Foxtrot, with Bravo 10 miles to the east, inbound to land for full stop.
Oh, now that was a beautiful landing.
3037 Foxtrot.
This happened, but I had this happen.
Archer 80 Juliet, if able, turn right onto runway 523.
Right on runway 523. Juliet, 6980 Juliet.
Okay, this is probably hard to see this at night. These lights here are the edge of 523.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, this is it right here. Yeah, you did absolutely nothing wrong on that. That was a beautiful landing. There's something, this plane...
Archer 6980, hangar 13 with me, have a good night.
Staying with you, hangar 13. Thank you for your help. Have a good night. Archer 6980 Juliet.
Yeah, you did absolutely nothing wrong. For whatever reason, the plane is not supposed to shut down when we pull it idle.
Yeah, yeah.
But it happened to me earlier today too. It almost shut down. The student pulled idle, and I saw the propeller stop, and I kicked it forward. But
I didn't even know what was happening. Should I go right here?
yeah, we'll go right here on Bravo. So we'll just follow this yellow line.
I felt that I was a little bit rusty, you know, because I didn't fly the Archer since autumn, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected, but I'll tell you, those last two landings, really good. And especially, I'll tell you, what I'm really impressed about is this one, you know, being after dusk. At nighttime, we're going to go left here. So being the time it is, if you want to come clear here, we'll just clean the plane up first. But yeah, landing at night when you haven't flown in a long time,
yeah, it's mischieving, yes.
it's very much. Even when you do fly at night a lot,
yeah.
Nighttime throws everybody off. So the fact that you caught the flare, I mean, I would not have held it against you. I wouldn't have judged you at all if we'd have had a really flat landing there, because even my students who fly all the time,
right,
nighttime, if they're not always flying at night. Usually we come in flat or we have a hard landing, but you know, you caught it right. I mean, you got it at just the right point, nice and stabilized, and both those were that way. So I really like seeing that.
I think I was just lucky.
There's, you know, we all have a little bit of luck involved whenever we're going to land, but I don't think it was just luck.
Yeah, but I was a little bit confused at Altoona because of the weather, the haziness, and then I should have memorized the... See, I don't like to fly when I don't know what am I doing, and because I didn't expect that we go to Altoona, I was kind of... didn't know the layout.
I'm kind of glad I took you somewhere you're not... That's one, honestly, why I took you there, because I figured, well, you go to Latrobe, you know flying in Latrobe, and I wanted to take you somewhere that you're not used to flying.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, when you do cross-country, it's all about going somewhere different, and half of the struggle with cross-country...
Thank you so much. You are the man. Unbelievable. Well, I'll give you a couple months. You're going to have a doctorate of aviation under your belt. Oh my gosh.